What's up, Viva Tampa family? As we wrap up 2025, let's talk about the Tampa's housing market, which looks completely different than it did just a year ago. Prices have softened, mortgage rates just hit a new low, and buyers finally have some negotiating power back. But is this the new normal, or just a calm before things pick up again?
I'm Shanika and this is my husband Saul. Welcome back to Viva Tampa, your inside look at what it's really like to live, buy, and invest right here in the Tampa Bay area.
Y para todos latinos, también se habla español.
In this month's update, we're breaking down the latest numbers from October, from prices and inventory to how long homes are sitting, and what those trends mean for buyers and sellers heading into the new year.
All right, so let's jump right in.
So before we get into the details, let's start with the 4 key indicators that really tell us what's going on.
So inventory, as you know, shows how many homes are for sale. More listings means more choices for buyers and a little more competition for sellers. Median price gives us a snapshot of value and affordability. Days on the market, or better known as DOM, shows how quickly homes are selling. Shorter timelines mean stronger demand, while longer timelines show a more balanced pace. And closed sales are the homes that actually made it to the finish line.
Together, those 4 numbers tell a clear story. Tampa's housing market is closing out 2025 more balanced and more sustainable than it's been in years.
So let's start with prices. The median home price in Tampa for October was $445,000. That's 1.1% lower than July's $450,000 and about 7% lower than last October when prices were at $480,000.
Prices are down compared to last year, but this isn't a crash, it's a healthy correction. The market settled into the mid $400,000 range and held there most of the year. That kind of consistency is a good sign that Tampa is stabilizing.
Last year we saw huge swings. Prices dropped from $480 in October to $435 in November. But this year, the changes are mild. That tells us that Tampa's found its footing again.
The big picture, we're not seeing panic, we're seeing patience. Sellers are realistic, buyers have options, and the market's finding a steady rhythm again.
Tampa's inventory has continued to grow as well. As of October, there were 2,115 active listings, which is down 8% from July's 2,301, but up 12% compared to last October, when there were just 1,882 listings.
That increase is huge, especially right after the tight supply we saw the last few years. Buyers now have more homes to choose from, and sellers are realizing that they need to compete again with great presentation and smart pricing.
And that's a good thing. The market's no longer one-sided. Sellers who put in the effort are still getting strong offers, and buyers finally have the power to take their time and compare options.
It's creating a more balanced, realistic environment for everyone, and it's a healthier market overall.
Real quick, if you're planning to buy or sell before the end of the year, reach out to us.
We can hop on a quick call or Zoom and go over your situation, whether you're curious about your home's value or just want to understand what's happening in your price range.
Remember, there's no pressure, no obligation, just a real conversation about what's best for you.
All right, let's get back to it.
The average home in Tampa is now taking about 34 days to sell, compared to 27 days in July and 33 days last October. So not a huge change.
It's basically back to normal. Homes are still selling within about a month, but buyers finally have a chance to think things through instead of rushing into a contract overnight.
And for sellers, that means patience and presentation matters more than ever. We mentioned this before. Homes that show well and are priced right are still selling quickly, even if it takes a week or two longer.
This is the kind of steady market we've needed. It's not slow, it's balanced.
Now let's talk about closings. Tampa recorded 497 closed sales in September, which is about 22% lower than June's 642, and roughly 30% below this time last year.
Now that sounds dramatic, but it's actually the result of a more careful, qualified pool of buyers. People aren't rushing. They're planning, securing financing, and going through proper inspections.
And that's leading to fewer contract cancellations. We're seeing more successful closing and smoother transactions overall.
So even though there are fewer sales, the deals that are closing are cleaner, stronger, and less chaotic than what we saw in the frenzy of past years.
On average, homes across Tampa sold for 98.1% of their list price in October, just slightly below July's 98.2%, and right on par with last fall.
That means sellers are still getting close to their asking prices, but buyers finally have a little room to negotiate, especially on homes that have been sitting longer.
For example, on a $450,000 home, that's roughly $900 in savings. It's not huge, but it shows that the market shifted away from bidding wars and towards a balance.
In short, pricing smartly matters more than ever. Overprice and you'll sit. Price fairly and you'll sell.
Here's a headline everyone's watching. Mortgage rates, right? According to Inman, the average 30-year fixed rate just dropped to 6.15%, the lowest we've seen in 2025.
That small drop is making a big difference. We've seen more buyers get pre-approved and some even jumping back into the market after sitting out for months.
Now, experts expect rates to hold close to this level through the winter, which brings stability, something the market's been missing for a while now.
It's giving buyers confidence and helping sellers plan with more certainty. Stability in rates helps everyone make clearer decisions. Now let's take a look at some of the latest headlines shaping Tampa's housing story this month.
So again, Inman reports that mortgage rates hitting 6.15% may mark the start of a stable stretch, which could drive both buyer activity and refinances through early 2026.
Zillow shows Tampa's home values are down 5.2% year over year, calling Tampa one of the few major markets still in a cooling phase while others start to rebound.
Redfin ranks Tampa as somewhat competitive, with a compete score of 47, meaning the average home gets one offer and 34% of listings have seen price drops.
And locally, from storm to strength, Tampa Bay Market Update 2025 notes that prices are stabilizing and that fall and winter will be prime months for buyers to find the best deals of the year. It also points out that the lock-in effect, where homeowners hang on to their lower mortgage rates, continues to limit resale inventory, with only about 25% of homes selling each month.
Now combine all that, right? And the takeaway is clear. Tampa's market isn't slowing, it's settling. We've shifted from frantic to focused, and that's the foundation for a healthier 2026. Buyers, this final stretch of the year could be the sweet spot for you.
With rates lower and sellers more flexible, we've had several clients close thousands under list price, with closing costs or concessions fully covered.
Now you can take your time, negotiate strategically, and still get into a home before competition picks up in spring.
And remember, you can always refinance later, but you can't go back and buy at today's prices once they start rising again. Sellers, the market's still strong, but you've got to bring your A game.
Yes, we always say this, right? The homes selling fastest are the ones priced right from day one, staged beautifully, and marketed professionally.
Buyers are looking for value now, not hype. And with fewer new listings thanks to the lock-in effect, the sellers who adapt quickly are the ones standing out. Looking ahead, experts are forecasting 2 to 3% appreciation in 2026 as Tampa continues to stabilize.
Now, between job growth, infrastructure projects, and steady population gains, Tampa's long-term outlook remains one of strength and opportunity.
2025 has been all about balance, and 2026 is shaping up to be the year of steady, healthy growth.
So what's the one word that defines Tampa's housing market right now? Balance.
Exactly. Here's what that really means. Correction complete. Prices have found their footing after a much needed adjustment. The market has stabilized.
Dual strength. Buyers have negotiation power again, while sellers are still holding strong equity positions.
Rate stability. Mortgage rates have hit 2025 lows and are expected to stay steady, supporting consistent activity.
Tampa resilience. Job growth, population increase, and major development projects are keeping the region strong. Balance is a new buzzword in Tampa real estate. After years of extremes, we've arrived at a market that works for everyone. And that's exactly what sustainable growth looks like.
Tampa's housing market is ending the year on solid ground. Prices have adjusted, inventory is healthy, and both buyers and sellers are finding their footing again.
So whether you're planning to buy or sell, it's all about having the right strategy and understanding what the numbers mean for your next move.
Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Tampa market updates, neighborhood tours, and real estate insights.
And as always,
take care and stay blessed.